window from one of my mentors, a super successful businessman who sold one of his companies for 9 figures. The concept was created by psychologists Joe Luft and Harrington Ingham in 1955. The term came from combining their first names. It's a simple and useful tool for illustrating and improving self-awareness and creating mutual understanding between individuals within a group. Johari's window says there are certain things that we are aware of and certain things we're not aware of or don't consciously realize. Similarly, there are certain things that others are aware of and certain things that others do not know. The choices we make and how we interact with others depend on our level of self-awareness, as well as how much others know us. The concept is illustrated in the following chart. Our greatest levels of success and happiness in life come from Quadrant A, the things we are self-aware of and the things other people know about us. If a person is a good listener and knows she is, and others also know that about her, then others will have more faith in her ability. Our interpersonal relationships thrive in this area. Quadrant B refers to the things other people know about us, but we don't understand about ourselves. In other words, our blind spots. If they are positive, they are useless to us. If they are negative, they damage our credibility and relationships. The things in Quadrant C, our secrets we hide from others, tend to make us uncomfortable. If we're hiding positive things, it's because we're afraid of shining our light, and therefore, these things do us no good. Our negative things are our fears and bad habits, which reduce our trustworthiness. Our greatest area of potential growth lies in Quadrant D. These are the things hidden in the dark that neither we nor others see. Our deeply rooted fears and deeply buried talents lie in this quadrant. They are sometimes exposed when we face major challenges, but they usually remain hidden. As I learned from my mentor, this quadrant is also the most dangerous to us. We don't know what we don't know, and this is the information that can hurt us the most. And most of us will never know that we don't know. What we learn from the Johari window is that the more aspects of ourselves that we can move into the open Quadrant A, the happier and more successful we can become, both within ourselves and in our relationships. How to see in the dark. The question is, how can we bring our hidden fears and undiscovered talents into the light? How can we uncover the false beliefs that govern all of our choices and behavior, especially since they are buried so deeply in our subconscious mind? The answer is revealed in an old Southern proverb: whatever is down in your well will eventually come up in your bucket. What this means is that you don't even need to know the point of origin of any false belief. All you need to see is how it's manifesting in the present. It's certainly helpful to uncover those original memories to reprogram at the source, but even if you can't remember the memories themselves, you can still find evidence of the false beliefs. Your bucket water is manifest in a number of ways, including the following. Your circumstances and results. Our external life is a reflection of our internal beliefs. If we don't like something in our life, the place to start is to examine our root beliefs that are causing our results. Our roots become our fruits. In other words, our beliefs become our results. Before awakening through belief breakthrough work, we believe that some life circumstances are bigger than us, that there's nothing we can do about them. When we awaken to Limitless, we understand that we are greater than any circumstance life has to offer. Your emotional triggers. Another place to look for evidence of false beliefs is our emotional triggers. When we feel upset or angry by the actions of other people, we tend to blame them. But our anger is triggered by something inside of us, not what they did. The following emotions are clear indicators that we hold a false belief. Fear. A feeling of being victimized, a sense of being imprisoned, inhibited, restricted, trapped, controlled; helplessness, powerlessness; defensiveness, frustration, stress; confusion, a feeling of directionlessness, dissatisfaction; a sense of defeat or disempowerment; a sense of being disheartened or unmotivated; anger, guilt, shame; jealousy, envy, resentfulness; depression, despair, misery; uncertainty about choices and desires, indecision; addiction; cynicism, pessimism; a feeling of inferiority; a feeling of being rejected, unloved; embarrassment. These emotions, rather than being things to avoid, can be wonderful teachers for us. When they arise, we want to move towards them and explore why we're feeling this way. As I explain in my previous book, The Conscious Creator, there is a powerful way to handle negative emotions that arise from the actions of others. That is to first recognize the people to whom you've given your power. Anyone who pushes your buttons or frustrates, upsets, or offends you in any way. Then accept those people as your teachers. Understand that the buttons they've pushed are your buttons. You, not the other person, are the one who is upset. Ask yourself what higher law you have to learn. More often than not, when we're hurt by what other people say about us, it's because there's some truth in their words. Your criticisms of others. In psychology, there's a common term called projection. Projection means to see in other people things we don't like about ourselves. For example, a person who is a habitual liar may constantly accuse other people of being untrustworthy. As Carl Jung said, everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. We constantly project our beliefs onto others. Our negative judgments about ourselves and others are the best evidence we can find for the need for belief breakthrough work. Use your intuition to identify false beliefs. Intuition is a deep inner knowingness that doesn't require analytical reasoning. Intuition is the bridge between our unconscious and conscious parts of our mind. Intuition is a source of deeper wisdom than we can find through analytic thought because it's accessing our subconscious, things that can't even be seen by our conscious mind. Intuition also involves accessing our higher self and a greater divine wisdom, with all the knowledge we need to make the highest and best choice in any given moment. When you know how to tap into your intuition at will, you can always identify false beliefs. It's a simple matter of learning how to shut off your thoughts and tune into something deeper than the mind. It's feeling for answers in your heart, rather than thinking for answers in your head. I'll teach you how to do this in Chapter 17. Doing the work. Belief breakthrough works only to the extent that we can actually uncover and see our false beliefs. This can be a difficult task, given that our false beliefs reside in our subconscious mind. By paying attention to the water that comes out of our well, using intuition, staying consistent with the work, and engaging with mentors, we shed light on our subconscious mind to reveal the root sources of our struggles and limitations. I've given you the 9 steps of the belief breakthrough process. I've shown you the science of why it matters. But all of this knowledge is worthless if you don't actually do the work. Most people just read through the books, and even if they gain value from them, they rarely apply the knowledge practically to their life. I implore you to not do this with this book. I urge you to do more than read this book, but also to actually apply it. Do the work of belief breakthrough. Use the belief breakthrough script on a daily basis. Never rest content with the knowledge that a single false belief is still lodged in your mind and limiting your results. Don't stop doing the work until you've completely purged your mind of all limiting beliefs, which means never stop doing the work. Don't be a passive reader. be an active participant in making your life as magnificent as you are underneath your layers of limiting beliefs. Here are some selected quotes on the topic discussed in this chapter. What woke me up and set me afire was the realization that if I died at that moment, my tombstone would read, "He had potential." Steve Sorensen. The most important thing is this: to be able at any moment to sacrifice what we are for what we could become. Charles Dubois.